This conference will now be recorded.
Good afternoon.
Hi Vijay, good afternoon.
Okay. We were talking about ACLs, right? So ACL is completed. And what else we talked about? Then we talked about update sheets.
Yes.
We talked about update sheet. Okay, very good. Now, today we're going to talk about a concept called reports. Okay, reports. So, what is reports? Reports are something as summarized data. Summarized data, right? So which helps to understand the analysis, which helps us to analysis, which helps us to analysis, right? Which helps us to analysis as well. Right? Your report can be anything. One second. Huh? Okay. So your report can be anything, right? It's not something only specific. Right? People will ask you, give me the list of incidents created by last month, last year, right? How many incidents created by um, Istanbul customers, right? So this is we can deep drill dive into most of the use cases. Right? Report can be anything. You can run a report on your users, your incident, your problem, your change, your activity, anything. Table, right? Now, let's talk about a use case here. Right? The use case is, please create a dashboard, okay, and create a filter, okay. So when someone select a user from that filter, we wanted to see list of softwares installed on user computer. This is the use case, right? Create a dashboard. This is one use case, right? So we'll talk about it. How do you create a dashboard? Create a filter. This is another use case, right? And list of softwares that are installed on the user computer. Right? I have Amit. I wanted to see how many softwares installed on Amit's computer. If I select Amit's name. If I have Archana and I wanted to see how many softwares installed on Archana's computer. Right? How is this possible? First of all, it's not possible with the current modules. Right? ServiceNow offers a module called SAM, which is called Software Asset Management. Okay, SAM. So first of all, what is asset management? Before we talk about asset management, so this SAM will help us to get this list. That's a different story altogether. We will come to that point in a moment, right? So before you wanted to establish SAM, what is asset management? Before you go ahead and understand about asset management, what is asset? Right? What is asset? Anything which have an IP address will be your asset. Will be an asset. Right? What is asset? Anything which have an IP address. So first of all, why do we need to manage the assets? Right? Let's say you guys, somebody have got an opportunity in PwC. Very good. So PwC is a big company. Now, how many assets a company may have? Dozens, thousands, right? Maybe lakhs, right? Definitely, it will be more than the number of computers. It will be more than the number of users, right? So if I have recruited, I have joined in company, then I will be given with a laptop, I'll be given with a mobile phone, I'll be given with ABC Cisco phone, Cisco devices, and anything, right? So anything which have an IP address is a asset here. So now let's assume Mr. ABC have lost his asset. Mr. ABC has lost his asset. PwC is not worrying about the asset. It's not even $1,100. That's fine. For the organization like PwC, 1,100 is a peanuts. So it's not worrying about the computer or the mobile phone. the PwC worries about the data what it is, right? The data what is in it. That's a question, right? So now the PwC will work on the data. If there is ABC person who got the hold of this particular computer and he's able to retrieve the data within the computer, and your data is breached, PwC data is breached. Next day on the headlines, on the next day on newspaper headlines, PwC data is breached, right? So what is this company with PwC will do is PwC will manage, PwC establish asset management. How how do you establish asset management, right? How do you establish asset management is, let's say there is a there's a solution like ServiceNow. ServiceNow offers asset management module, right? So what ServiceNow do is streamline. First, they will streamline your assets. If I wanted to streamline your assets, I first need to know where is your assets, correct? If I don't know where is your asset is, how can I streamline it, right? So what is it? Where do you, how do you identify where is it? Like, I have an organization like PwC, it's spread across the globe. It have like, 3 to 8 lakhs of employees, 7 to 8 lakhs of employees, and look at the number of devices people use. It's a vast. Can't imagine what is happening. So how do you identify your assets first? Which assets that you need to secure first? That you need to know. Which assets that you need to secure? That you need to know. Correct? Now the come to the point. What is the first thing we'll do is there is a term called CMDB, right? Configuration Management Database, right? So in a ServiceNow terminology, what they do, streamline the CMDB. What do you mean by streamline CMDB? The first thing is discovery. Discovery means discovering assets across your organization. So it uses different models, right? It uses different models, right? So it's like, so we have multiple types of CMDB. So one is a top-down discovery. Another one is a horizontal discovery. Horizontal discovery. Yeah. So what is the difference between the top-down discovery and horizontal discovery? The horizontal discovery will do a discovery, will search for the assets, within IP ranges. What is IP ranges? Let's say you have 10.1.10.0.1.112, right? 10.0.1.112 to 10.0.1.118. So it will only do a discovery between these two devices. How many devices? Hardly 6 devices, right? So you will give an IP range and it will do discovery on this. That's a horizontal discovery. When it comes to top-down discovery, search across the globe. Search across your domain. Whatever your domain, it will search entire domain and it will identify your assets. Right? It will identify your asset. So once you identify your asset, the CMDB will do is, I have identified Lenovo 320, Lenovo 320 as an asset, and immediately it will assign a tag for it. It will assign a tag. What is this tag? Will be called as CI. This tag will be called as CI, configuration ID. Okay. So this configuration item will be once your assets discovered across your domain. Once your assets discovered across your domain, the very first thing what it does is it will tag a CI, something like assume as a nickname, right? Bujji, Chinni, Kanna, kind of, right? It will assign a CI for it. Okay, so that CI will be unique. It will assign a unique CI for it. Each asset will be decided. So now I have 20 lakhs assets discovered, right? I can't keep all the assets in separate. I can't keep all the assets in single box, right? It will be very hard for me to search and manage them. Then what it will do, each CI, these assets will be categorized into CI class. What is the CI class? CI class is something, it's a type based on asset type. Okay, your CI class will be created. What is the asset type? What do you mean by asset type? When you do a discovery, I was talking about anything which have an IP address. How many types of devices we may have? Workstations, right? Your desktops. Okay, let me put it as desktops. Laptops. In the laptop, you will see Windows. You will see Mac. They will still see some Ubuntu, different. Okay, Linux. Right? Again, this is a class, CI class. This is a CI class. This is a CI class. This is a CI class. What is happening? All the laptops will be coming to laptop CI class. Within the laptop CI class, I will do again a categorization. All the Windows CIs, all the Windows CIs will go here. All the Mac CIs will go here. All Ubuntu CIs will go here. All Linux CIs will go here. Similarly, we'll have some in the servers. Again, what do you have? You have again Linux servers, Windows servers, right? Again Windows servers, SQL servers, right? And the SQL again you'll have a again database, right? What database it is? Like the list keep goes down, right? Based on the nature, and you have a Cisco device, you have a machines, firewalls, IP switches, your firewall, your routers, everything have an IP address, right? So first what it does, right? First we will run a discovery. Like you have now first what you have a device here, device here, device here, device here, device here, device here, like this. It will be clumsy. You don't know where is your original data is. It will be everywhere. Your data will be everywhere. This is ridiculous, right? This environment is completely clumsy. Now what it will does, now we initiate a discovery. Now we initiate a discovery. What happens when we initiate a discovery? It will discover and keep it in a managed environment. So something like so now you have a Windows box, now you have a Linux, now you have this, right? So now you have now you have Windows. So yeah, now you have Windows, you have Linux, you have this thing, you have this thing, you have this thing, everything is managed. So straight away if you wanted to see the Windows, you will go here, right? If you want
The screen is stuck, sir.
Now, hear me well? Hello?
Yes, sir. We can hear you now.
Okay. So that clumsy environment will be settled down, right? So 1, 2, something like this. So this is what we call it as a configuration management database. So what is the configuration management database? First, we do a discovery. Then discovery, once discovery is done, then each asset will be categorized, each asset will be assigned with the CI. So based on the nature of a device, that will be classified into CI classes, right? So once you identified, now what happened? You have everything in your hand. Your configuration management is streamlined pretty much now, correct? Now what is the requirement here? Okay, I'll show you the CMDB. So CMDB underscore CI. All the CIs will be stored in CMDB underscore CI table. CMDB underscore CI table. All the table students. Okay. See now. This is a Lenovo computer. This is the Lenovo computer I'm talking about. You open this. See, this is the tag. So this is the tag. Right? This is the CI tag, right? And what is the computer name? P11 P1 P1 triple zero double six Lenovo ThinkStation S20. Who is it assigned to? Any approver. Model ID is this. Serial number is this. And it has a RAM of this. CPU manufacturer is this. When it has an operating system of Windows XP Professional. OS version is this. Service pack 2. Right? CPU speed is blah blah blah. Right? So which day? I mean everything will be then CMDB CI. Okay, CMDB CI. When the CMDB CI table, we have this data. Right? So now see, I have my data ready. Right? What is the use case I was talking about? What is the use case I was talking about? See now, go down. Give me the, sorry, please create a dashboard and create a filter. When someone select a user from the filter, we wanted to see all the list of software that are installed on the computer. Once your configuration management database is streamlined, right? Now you have a good handle on your computers, your assets, right? Everybody's computer in your hand now. Now what you will do? You will activate the plugin of a software asset management. What I was just doing, right? The plugin is, I'm just enabling the plugin. I don't know if it's enabled or not. So once you enable the SAM plugin, once you enable this SAM plugin, right? It's a plugin available in the witness service now. Once you enable the plugin, what it does, it will go to all the workstations, all the assets in your environment. Okay, all the assets in your computer, then it will start identifying the list of softwares installed on the user computer. Okay, list of software that are installed on the user computer. So what the SAM does is SAM. So for to deploy SAM, we must need to have a solid CMDB establishment. Okay, one CMDB establishment, then you activate SAM plugin. This SAM plugin will go to your domain, search for the computers already we have in CMDB, in your inventory, in your CMDB inventory. Then it will check each workstation, each asset, okay, and retrieve the softwares installed on your installed on each asset, each computer, right? On in each computer. So once it is done, then what you need to do is once the sample it will run overnight. Sometimes based on the traffic, it will run over a week, right? Once it is done, then you need to migrate. Okay, you need to go to migrate software installs within the ServiceNow instance. Once it is done there, once you go there, all the softwares will go to cmdb underscore sam underscore sw underscore ci table. Okay, now let's see. We have just activated the plugin in the class beginnish, right? So then what I'm going to do now, go to migrate. Right? It's my internet connection is just very slow. Mm, Come on. Mm. Okay. Migrate. Migrate. Okay. Migrate software installs. Open this. Now what is it saying? See? So you are about to run migration from this to this, right? Yes, I wanted to go ahead. You can proceed, right? So slowly we will now see some tables here. What are the tables? Refresh it. It's damn slow. Yeah. See now, it is telling me if you open the one record, right? So 3D Pinball 5.0 is a software of publisher of Cinematronics 5.0 version. It's installed on David Liu's computer, and the computer name is Andrew DWXP, right? So like this, we have a bunch of software that have been populated here, right? Now, what do we need to do here? Right? So first, you need to create a report. Right? You need to create a report. Let's go ahead and create a report. Right? What is the use case? We will follow this use case here. What is the use case here? Use case tells me, so we wanted to see the list of softwares, right? I would say bar and I also see the number. Okay, so let me show you how this works. This is irritating, right? Too slow. Okay, give me 1 minute, I will rejoin. Right? I'll just leave and rejoin.
Pramod, what happened?
Yeah, Samir. Yeah,
Yeah, bro. Like, what happened?
he said that I will join within 5 minutes. Like he's having some network issues.
Okay, okay, okay.
Now, I don't know, I'm very slow. Amit, can you hear me?
I can hear you, Vijay, but your voice is not clear.
Yeah. The bad connection, man. It's really bad connection. Changed. Can you hop it now?
It is worse now.
Oh. Who is the presenter? Okay then. Yeah. So we will continue. So can you make me presenter, Amit? We'll see if that works.
Hello, Vijay, I could not hear you.
Can you make me presenter, Amit? Can you make me presenter?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, done.
Thank you. Can you see my screen?
Yes. Can see your screen.
I guess. I don't think it will work. It's too slow. Okay, then we'll do one thing. We'll catch tomorrow then. Yeah. I'm sure this not going to work.
Sure, Vijay, your voice is not clear. You're breaking.
Okay. What am I telling you? Let's meet tomorrow. Hello.
Hello.
Amit, can you hear me?
I can hear you, but your voice is breaking. But yes, I can understand what you're saying.
Yeah. We'll meet tomorrow. That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
Okay, Vijay, no problem.